Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Steph, and in this video, I want to talk about um, some more AI stuff. Let's talk AI. Let's talk about the opportunities that are available. So, if you don't know, if, as I explained it before, AI is artificial intelligence. Everybody should be up to speed on what AI is. AI does just not AI is just not Chat GTP. Okay, so AI, Open AI is basically an open platform or open source platform that allows regular people like you and me to use artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is something that was invented in the early 2010s. I say 2008, 2010, and so Elon Musk is one of the uh, founding members of OpenAI. Okay, from OpenAI split a lot of different companies. Like you'll find that Elon Musk went and started Grok. Sam Altman, who was one of the participants or founders of OpenAI. Um, there's also I can't think of her name. Her name is not uh, registering right now, but she is the one of the founders of Claude, which is an AI platform similar to ChatGTP and Grok. Um, then there's Alexander Wang, who's one of the founders of scientists that was working on OpenAI. There's several other people that were working on OpenAI at the time that ChatGTP 1, 2, and 3 was introduced to the public, right? And so um, just the explosion of what the possibility of what AI was, even though there was a lot of um, debate whether or not it should be public or it should be private. So when Sam Altman released it to be public, he wasn't the person that released it, but he was the I guess the front man that it would be released to be public. Um, there was a big debate whether or not it should be private or public. Thank God he released it to the public, because now it allows you and regular people like you and me to have the power, right? Computer power to produce like apps, applications, software, websites. Um, like 17, 15-year olds are using ChatGTP just to do their homework, right? And so now we have the capacity to use these different software platforms to produce like pretty much anything your mind can imagine. Now, there's also opportunities for like, okay, so a lot of people are rushing or have rushed into the content creator space using AI. I understand that. Like there's video, there's like editing tools that you can create. There's um, tools that you can create the right content. There's tools that you can create to make videos. ChatGPT, Grok, Perplexity, Claude. Like these things can generate photos. They can generate video clips. You can even have voice cloning to do advertisement for you, marketing content. 11 Labs like has voice agents, right? That can actually like you can train to sound like humans. There's also user generated content where like you could generate content. You tell the AI system, hey, I want to make a commercial or like a post about such product, right? And you take a picture of that product, and like it'll give you like a human person to actually make the content with and post it on social media. So if you want to sell anything, right, and market anything on social media, like you don't have to do it yourself. AI can now do it for you. Then there's also opportunities into like I would say into the workspace where companies are integrating AI to make work simpler, right, and easier for their employees. I just read an article that there's a company that is working on like time sheets, like login times and clock in sheets and things of that nature, like HR type of integrations where AI can now help HR companies and HR managers to manage their employees. There's so many use cases for like regular people like you and me to produce products that sell, right, for millions of dollars. I'm in freight and logistics, right? Companies like pay millions of dollars for software to make work simpler for dispatchers, for freight managers, for um, uh, all sorts of for HR, for safety, right? Companies pay millions of dollars to access software that make logistics easier. So there are so many different use cases for AI, and you and I should be, as much as we can, trying, right? As much as I have time when I get home, and from I say 4 to 9 o'clock, I'm just trying ideas with AI. I take this is a secret. A secret. It's not so secret. I usually will take an idea. I'll go to Chat GTP. I'll input it in Chat GTP. I'll input it in Grok. I'll input it in Perplexity, or I input it in Claude. Now there are free versions of these systems where you can try it and you get what you get. But I typically use the paid system, the paid membership tier for all of them, and I have them compete to see who gives me the best answers, right? Or who gives me the best solution, who gives me the best code. Um, and so I implement those that system when I'm trying to come up with an idea. Like if I have a question about like how to create a let's say a fitness tool or something. Fitness tools aren't saturated. You just haven't come up with the right idea. Anyway, if I have an idea about a fitness app, I go and I input it in Crunk, I input it in Claude, I input it in Chat GTP. See who can give me the best implementation of that, so that way I can take it to a no code vibe coding site, or whatever you want to call it, and I input the code in, I copy it, I input the code in, and see right who gives me the best implementation of what I asked, right? And so this opportunity is available to regular people like you and me again to create something that can serve a market. So let me break this down into like how you can break in. Pick a market. Think of that market. Like what is a problem? What can possibly be a problem for people in that market? For HR managers, for hiring managers, maybe for employees, right? Um, Companies. What can be a problem that they're having that maybe I can ask ChatGTP? Like what? I do this all the time. Chat ChatGTP. Um, what problem does Coca-Cola have? What problem does McDonald's have? What problem does I'm just naming companies. And ChatGTP, because people or the scientists, or I'm not even going to say the scientists, the system itself uh, perpetuates its own feeding system because users, ChatGPT has millions of users that feed it information, not just like regular people like you and me. Not only that, but all the information that has ever been available on the internet is available to ChatGTP. So ChatGTP, as long as it's public information, knows everything it could possibly know about a market, a segment, an industry. And so if you ask the right question and keep asking, keep asking, keep asking, and you get curious enough, right? You get passionate enough, you get obsessed enough about a market, and you ask ChatGTP, Claude, Perplexity, Google, Gemini, which is Google's AI. You ask and you do real research. You like research used to take days, used to take months, right? Now research basically can take minutes, where you can have the computer, the internet, tell you what it knows about a segment, in which you would have to do study and research on the computer anyway. And so now, like, if you get obsessed about a market, an industry, right? Obsessed about problems that businesses have, you can possibly be the person that solves it and become wealthy beyond what you can imagine or dream. So this is a opportunity of a lifetime. Again, I've said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, and you regular people like you and I should be taking advantage of it. Yeah, we got our jobs, we have our responsibilities. I work a 9 to 5, or nine, or I'm gonna say 5 in the morning to whatever time I get off. Some days 12, you know, 12, 15. Some days 11, 10, 12 hours. But when I have free time, right? On my free time, I'm letting ChatGTP doing research. ChatGTP do research. I'm looking things up. I'm searching things. I'm trying to implement as much as things that I can come to my imagination to solve a business's problem. One of those things is gonna hit. Now here's the thing. A lot of people take their time after their 9 to 5, and they waste it on garbage time. What's garbage time? Netflix, social media, and what's the other thing? It's garbage time. Netflix, social media. Instead of like immersing yourself into information that's available, right? Instead of like reading, I read news articles on tech, I read news articles, what's going on in the world. Like even even when it comes to like social media, where YouTube is a search engine, I don't think YouTube isn't as much social as much social media as it is uh, social search engine. So I take YouTube and I look up, hey, what's new in AI? What's new in government? What's new in the work sector? What's new in the tech sector? What's new in the transportation sector? So that way I can get ideas, right? And I can take those ideas and come up with my own. Now, some people will say, well, uh, if you come up with an idea that you heard, somebody's probably already did it. So what? So what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna do a video on the history of copycatters. I'll do a video on the history of copycatters. Did you know that Nvidia, who is the one of the largest chip companies that just hit $1 trillion market cap, Nvidia has been in the news the last couple years because Nvidia is producing like chips for AI, right? And so when Nvidia um, was uh, was started, uh, his name is not coming to mind as well. The one of the founders of Nvidia, when he started the company, Nvidia was not the first company of its kind. Nvidia was the sixth. And because Nvidia was the sixth, You know what the guy said? He said, I don't care if I'm the sixth. Now NVIDIA is number one. Went from the sixth company. He competed with Google. He competed with Microsoft. He competed with Apple. And he's now number one. So I said all that to say, don't let things deter you. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Let's jump on it. Let's get to work. Peace out till another time.